Grey's Anatomy, one of the longest-running scripted primetime TV shows, has gained a reputation for killing or writing off main characters during major episodes. But the stories behind some actors' departures haven't always been so clear. Here are some of the reasons why these stars left Grey's Anatomy. Spoilers ahead. For the first few seasons of Grey's Anatomy, actor Isaiah Washington played Dr. Preston Burke, a central figure of the show. But in 2006, rumors began to circulate that Washington had caused some trouble behind the scenes. During an argument with co-star Patrick Dempsey, Washington reportedly used a homophobic slur. Not long afterwards, his co-star T.R. Knight came out as gay to People magazine, causing Washington to face even more backlash. Washington first denied using the slur, but according to Today, he eventually released a statement apologizing for his actions, saying, "I apologize to TR, my colleagues, the fans of the show, and especially the lesbian and gay community for using a word that is unacceptable in any context or circumstance." His apology didn't keep him on the show, though. In June 2007, ABC confirmed that Washington would not return for the next season. Following his dismissal, Washington said in a statement, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore." Kate Walsh was Grey's Anatomy's second major character to leave, but the circumstances of her exit were much less controversial.
And you must be the woman who's been screwing my husband.
In 2007, ABC announced that they would be producing a Grey's spin-off series called Private Practice, which would star Walsh in a leading role, as reported by the New York Times. Although she was going to keep her Addison Montgomery character from Grey's, Walsh would have to leave the series to star in the new show. Walsh later told TV Guide that when Grey's Anatomy creator Shonda Rhimes approached her about the new series, it totally felt like the right thing. In an interview with Parade in 2016, she explained that she knew her time on Grey's was up, admitting, "I felt like my tenure sort of was done at the hospital in terms of I delivered lots of babies, I sort of, tried to save my marriage, it failed. I'd slept with numerous people at the hospital. I was like, what else can I do other than start, making lunch for everybody?" T.R. Knight, who played the beloved character George O'Malley, left the show in 2009. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Knight explained that he made the decision to leave after watching his character pretty much disappear from the show, snagging a lot less screen time. Due to what he called a, quote, breakdown of communication over time between himself and Shonda Rhimes, he didn't speak up. Instead, he just asked to leave. He explained, "My 5-year experience proved to me that I could not trust any answer that was given about George, and with respect, I'm going to leave it at that." It wasn't the first time Rhimes and Knight seemed to disagree. Regarding Isaiah Washington's 2006 scandal, Knight hinted that Rhimes may not have wanted him to publicly come out at the time, saying, "I think she was concerned about having my statement come out so close to the initial event." Katherine Heigl's departure from the show was another messy situation. In 2007, she won an Emmy Award for her role as Izzy Stevens, but after the next season of the show, she refused to submit her name for Emmy consideration, saying that she didn't think she was, quote, given the material this season to warrant an Emmy nomination, as reported by the New York Times. She withdrew her name, in her words, in an effort to maintain the integrity of the Academy organization. As could be expected, her comments reportedly angered network executives. In March 2010, ABC confirmed that Heigl would be leaving Grey's Anatomy. Heigl gave a statement to Entertainment Weekly saying, "I am done. We just finalized our agreement. Everyone had been working really hard to find an amicable and gracious way of letting go and moving on. It's sad, but it's what I wanted." Shonda Rhimes later spoke about Heigl's behavior to Oprah Winfrey, stating,
"On some level it stung, and on some level I was not surprised."
You weren't?
No.
Okay.
When people show you who they are, believe them.
In a bit of an unexpected move, Sandra Oh left Grey's Anatomy after playing Dr. Christina Yang from the very beginning. In August 2013, The Hollywood Reporter revealed that Oh would be leaving the show at the end of season 10, a decision she made on her own. She explained, "Creatively, I really feel like I gave it my all, and I feel ready to let her go." She also said that she started thinking about leaving a year earlier, and it was something she went to therapy for because she needed to, in her words, emotionally let go on her own. Shonda Rhimes seemed just as devastated about the decision, saying, "One of the best days of my life as a writer happened the day Sandra Oh walked in my door to audition and forever changed the course of Grey's Anatomy with her brilliant, nuanced portrayal of Christina Yang." Perhaps the most shocking character departure in the show's history was Patrick Dempsey's Dr. Derek McDreamy Shepherd, who was killed off after 10 years on the show. Fans were devastated at how he left the series, leading Shonda Rhimes to eventually speak out about it at the 2015 Summer TCA press tour. As reported by E! News, she said that she stood by her decision to kill Shepherd, adding, "The decision to have the character die the way that he did was not a difficult one in the sense of what were the options." In an interview with the iPaper, Dempsey explained that he felt it was time to move on from Grey's Anatomy, saying, "Look, 10 years is a long time to be on any show. It's very hard to keep the storylines intriguing, especially on a network show with 25 episodes a year. So for me, it was time to go."
Grey's Anatomy was a remarkable ride. And without that success, I probably wouldn't be here today talking to you.
At the end of season 8, fans were shocked when Kyler Lee's character, Lexi Gray, was killed off the show. But in a statement given to E! News, Lee revealed that she was the one who decided to leave, although she didn't exactly explain why. She only said, "I am very lucky to have worked with this amazing cast and crew for 5 seasons. My experience on Grey's Anatomy is something that I will treasure for the rest of my life." Shonda Rhimes tweeted about Lee leaving, saying in part, "This was not an easy decision, but it was a decision that Kyler and I came to together. We had a lot of thoughtful discussion about it, and ultimately we both decided this was the right time for her character's journey to end." Another cast member who made the decision to leave the show was Kim Raver, who played Teddy Altman. Raver left the show during the season 8 finale, except her character was not killed off. She was fired from the hospital so that she would accept a position at a military hospital. Although Raver didn't speak about leaving the show, Shonda Rhimes tweeted an explanation after the shocking episode aired, saying that Raver's series option was up and she was giving her character, quote, "a much-needed vacation." She added, "I like to imagine that Teddy is still out there in the Grey's Anatomy universe, running Army Medical Command and building a new life." As it turns out, that may have been exactly what she was doing while she was gone. Raver returned to the series as Teddy during the season 14 finale, and Deadline later announced that Raver was upped to a series regular for season 15. Eric Dane, who played Dr. Mark Sloan, said he was the one who made the decision to leave the series. He told TV Line that while he was extremely grateful to the cast and crew of Grey's, he was ready to pursue other opportunities. Shonda Rhimes released her own statement saying that Dane had been one of the most beloved characters, but that they both felt it was, quote, "the right time for his storyline to end." Not too long afterwards, Dane landed a starring role on TNT's The Last Ship. Speaking to Entertainment Weekly, he shared that it was a very different role than his one in Grey's, noting, "I loved doing Grey's Anatomy. I would have done it until the final episode, but this was something I couldn't pass up." In May 2016, Sara Ramirez, who played Dr. Callie Torres, announced she too would be leaving Grey's Anatomy. Ramirez's departure was a surprise, but sources told Variety that it was totally her decision, and there was no bad blood behind the scenes. In a statement, Ramirez explained that she needed time off and praised Shonda Rhimes for creating a wonderful place to work. She also suggested that she may come back to the series in the future. Ramirez's decision was initially so shocking that even Rhimes didn't know the actress wanted to leave. Vulture reported that Rhimes said she found out Ramirez wanted off the show about 3 days before the general public found out. She revealed, "I had a different plan going on, and then Sarah came and said I really need to take a break. I was sort of lucky that we had shot the end of the season with her going to New York." In September 2017, The Hollywood Reporter announced that Jason George, who played Dr. Ben Warren, would be joining the Grey's Anatomy firefighter spinoff Station 19 as a series regular. George told Entertainment Tonight that he got the news about the spinoff through a phone call, saying, "When Shonda Rhimes calls, you feel like you get called into the principal's office a little bit and you think, maybe I better take that call. We talked and she ran it down for me and had me at hello." In an interview with Entertainment Weekly in December 2017, George said he couldn't wait to start the show because it felt like his character was starting over and doing something new, noting that he loves that his character is, quote, "excited to pursue new things and go up to new challenges." Luckily for his fans, his character has already made appearances in crossover episodes, so he may be back to Grey's frequently. Jessica Capshaw, who played Dr. Arizona Robbins, and Sarah Drew, who played Dr. April Kepner, exited Grey's Anatomy at the end of the series' 14th season. According to a Deadline report, the decision was made by producers. When rumors surfaced that Capshaw and Drew were being kicked off because of co-star Ellen Pompeo's salary increase, showrunner Krista Vernoff tweeted that it was actually a creative decision to have the characters leave the show. In a statement on her Instagram page, Capshaw wrote about her character's departure, saying in part, "I'm sad to see her go, but I am consoled by the idea that she will live on in all of our consciences and imaginations." Drew also released a statement on her Instagram account. She wrote, in part, "In the wake of being let go, I've been overwhelmed with gratitude, and I felt profoundly loved. I'm so humbled and so thankful." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.